Good day, everybody. It's a couple weeks into the class, and so we usually like to check in to see how everybody's doing. This is one of my favorite things to do because it's my opportunity to actually convey some thoughts to you all, to actually have a conversation, which is what I thoroughly enjoy doing. So I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Hopefully you get a chance to view it. And one thing I always like to say is that if you have any questions or if there's anything that I can do, please call me or email me. I've given my number out, and so everybody has it. It's in the class. Email, the email that I've had for years is abetterworld@hotmail.com, abetterworld, all one word, at hotmail.com. You can also email me at deangualco@gmail.com. Both of them work fine, so whatever works for you. I hope you're enjoying the class. I hope it's everything that you thought it would be. If not, just let me know. And we have several weeks left, so just call me or email me and we can have a conversation about it. So this class is about the future. It's about your future. It's about how you can achieve your future. It's about what you can do to achieve your ambitions, to reach your goals, whatever is in your path that you feel is meritorious to achieve. And so I thought I'd offer a couple thoughts on some things you may want to think about as you go forward through this class and subsequent classes and subsequent experiences, but some things that I think are important if you want to achieve your ambitions, if you want to reach for the stars, so to speak. I think everybody should have their own list. You can certainly adapt some from mine, but I think it's important that people develop a list and they print out that list and they take it with them wherever they go. So it's a constant reminder of what they should keep at the forefront of their mind. So I come up with 6 things that I think a person has to do in order to be successful in their life. And success, by the way, people define it differently. It could be money, power, position, or just happiness and peace. Whatever it is that you define success, there's 6 things that I think you need to do in order to be that person, to achieve that. First is that the first and second are related. First is you have to dream of a better future and then be determined to achieve it. They kind of go hand in hand. So what do we mean by dream of a better future? Well, you must know where you're going to ever achieve what is your passion in life. Nothing can overcome a lack of direction or ambition. There's people who work hard, but they're not working hard in a direction that they really want to go or to be the kind of person they want to be. So the first thing is you've got to dream about what you want to do with your time and with your life and with your effort. The second thing is you have to be determined to achieve it. Dreams are great, but utterly useless unless you are determined to achieve them. So a goal of being a wealthy person is great, but if you're not willing to do what it takes to be that type of person, you'll never achieve it. To be happy is another great goal. It's a great dream, but if you don't work on yourself to become that type of happy person, you're never going to achieve your dream. So the first and second aspects of success are that you have a dream and that you're determined to achieve it. Third, fourth, and fifth are actually the most important to me. And I've written and talked about these 3 ad nauseum to my kids and to people in the class. And if I do seminars, I constantly talk about these 3 things that you absolutely must do if you want to be a success in what you do. The first one is you got to work hard. There's very, very, very few successful people that I've met who become successful without working hard. You may not have the right idea or the right job, but if you work hard, you can nearly always succeed. And remember, you're almost always judged by your results. And so I always say results matter. It's, again, great to have dreams, but results matter. The second thing is likable. And some people laugh sometimes when I talk about likability, but being nice or being liked by people is extremely important in success. Movie stars, sports heroes, elected officials, they all have one thing in common, is that people like them, people vote for them, people want to work for them, people want to buy their movies or their DVDs. People enjoy watching and listening and conversing and working with someone that they like, and the transgressions and even wrongdoings committed by likable people are often overlooked or condoned. So we should never underestimate the power of being likable. And the last one is overcoming obstacles in your path. Challenges, obstacles, and barriers, they impede the ambitions of every life. And it is those very few that overcome their challenges, obstacles, and barriers who can make a difference, who can achieve their ambitions. So if you remember 3 things out of this 5-minute discussions so far, those are the ones that I'd like you to remember. That to be a success, to achieve your ambitions, it takes 3 things. You have to work hard, you have to be likable, and you have to overcome the obstacles in your path. That leads us to what I want to spend the remaining minutes on, which is reaching for the stars. As you can tell, this is really about motivation and helping people achieve what they want to achieve, especially in this class, in this degree program. We really want somebody to help others, hopefully in this case me, but certainly you, to help others to achieve what's really important for them, and it's different for every person, but I really want to convey to people that you really can achieve what you want to achieve. You can be what you want to be. And these are some things that you can think about along the way. So reaching for the stars. One of the great consequences of education is that the more you know, the more you can do. There's a great saying by Socrates who says, the ignorant man can do no good. What he meant was the more knowledge you have, the more good you can do. It says all it takes for the ignorant person to do good is to have knowledge. Then when they know what's right, he said they instinctively will do what's right. So in this course, in your curriculum, we really try to provide knowledge to people. And that knowledge, the hope is that you'll use it for some good. Some good in a way. Education is all about knowledge, and if you have the knowledge, then you can make the right decision at the right time and for the right reason. And that's really important when we talk about education. But that forms the bedrock of what we're going to be talking about next. I came up with this statement a couple of years ago. I'm probably going to read it twice. It says, failure is often the consequence of daring to touch the stars. But on those few occasions where the stars are touched, the world brightens by its luster. So I'll say it again because I think it's really encapsulate what so many of us want to do. Failure is often the consequence of daring to touch the stars. But on those few occasions where the stars are touched, the world brightens from its luster. That means that the grand ambitions that you have are great, and everybody should have them. Some of them aren't achievable, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have them. So our goal here is to have those great dreams. Because even if you don't reach or complete the entire dream, the stars are still going to shine brighter because of the effort that you came. And even again, if you don't reach it, you're going to enjoy the experience of trying to attain something that you think is important. The second one that I just wanted to share with you is that in the dawn of life, we strive to make a living. In the twilight of life, we strive to make a difference. I like that one because what it means is, first of all, we learn throughout our entirety of life. And so we think differently, as Muhammad Ali once said, if you think the same at 50 that you did at 20, you've wasted 30 years of your life. Love that statement. This is very much the same thing. So we're younger, we're just trying to make a living, but when we get older, we really want to make a difference. We want to give something back. And so as you go through your life, I hope your life takes that trail as well, that path, that as you age, you realize that you want to help other people in their life as well. One other thing that I'll conclude this discussion with is a statement that says, your worth is not determined by what you bring to the table. Your worth is determined by what you do once you're at the table. And the reason I like this is in the workplace, we often judge people by their degrees or their experiences. But in actuality, you have to do something with what you have. And that's what that statement says. It's don't judge people by what they bring to the table, because there's a lot of people that don't do anything with what they brought to the table. But it also means that once you're at the table, that you can add so much based on your experience. You can add so much to the table. And going back to what we said earlier, results matter. So be the person at the table that makes the difference. Be a person at the table that adds great value. And hopefully this class will help you get there. With that being said, I thank everybody who's had a chance to look at this video. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to call me. I'd love to talk to you. Or send an email. Well, I'll try to do another one in a couple weeks and send it off to you. But it's been my absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. And I'll just conclude with a statement that I have on all of my emails and grading, which is always look for the good along the road of life. There's so much good in life. I hope you get a chance to take a look at it and always look at the good rather than the bad. It'll be a much more prosperous, healthy, and peaceful life. And you also have fun. Thanks again for your time, and I look forward to conversing with you all in the coming weeks. Take care.